So, your church is registered to host a Compassion Sunday, and you may be asking, what exactly does that even mean? Don't worry, I got you. I'm Crystal Wilson, the Director of Church Partnerships at Compassion International, and I'm thrilled that you are hosting a Compassion Sunday at your church. So first of all, what is Compassion Sunday exactly? Well, that's pretty easy. Compassion Sunday is a day that you set aside to focus on global missions, specifically partnership with Compassion International and sponsoring a child. So what does that even look like? Well, oftentimes the pastor will preach a message pertaining to giving, sowing seeds, taking care of the orphan and the widow, and of course, going into the uttermost parts of the earth, spreading the gospel. And then after a message like that, there are some informational videos shown about Compassion International, and then we invite the members to sponsor a child that day. Not to pray, not to think about it, but to sponsor a child that day. All of Compassion's work is done through and in the local church. Even when we go all over the world into all the different countries where Compassion works, it's done in the local church. So first, that child is getting the gospel. Secondly, that child is getting nutritious food, which honestly, because these kids live in extreme poverty, they may not otherwise have access to it. So that's a big one right there. They're also getting help with their schooling, they're getting medical attention, and they are connected to a church family, a body of believers that is breathing life and purpose and hope into them, even though they may be living in dire situations. Sponsorship is just one word for saying it's a total child ministry program, and we are meeting the needs of the child all the way around. Something else you'll find interesting is that studies have shown that when you impact the life of one child, 7 adults connected to that child will also be changed. So there's a huge impact that sponsorship has, and your Compassion Sunday is when you can give members in your church the opportunity to be a part of what God is doing all over the earth. So you're planning for your Compassion Sunday, and you may be thinking, well, what do I do exactly? How do I get to that point? I got you there too. You will be contacted by a relationship specialist. Please be sure to check your emails, because we will be sending emails that have information, access to resources like videos and letters and instructions that you can share with your church. You're also going to be assigned a relationship specialist. This person will contact you and make sure you are comfortable. They will go over all the fine details. They will hold your hand all the way to your Compassion Sunday. So help is on the way. In addition to these 2 elements I just outlined, we will have a training session for you. It's a Zoom call. It usually doesn't last longer than 1 hour, and that's where we go through all the fine details. You can ask your questions, and again, we want to make sure you are very comfortable and have everything you need for a successful Compassion Sunday. Listen, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the part you're playing right now with Compassion Sunday. I want to thank you for partnering with what God is doing in the earth. And on behalf of the millions of children that live in extreme poverty, I want to thank you for changing a life forever. Just by presenting this opportunity to the members in your church, you are increasing the odds that another child will be sponsored. I'm so excited about that, because these are children that need our help in the resourced world so desperately. So thank you for hosting Compassion Sunday. Be on the lookout for informative emails and phone calls from your relationship specialist.